Ever wonder why some people seem to stay single no matter how great they are? It's not always about bad luck or lack of options. Sometimes, the real reasons run deeper, tied to the past, buried fears, and invisible patterns. In this video, we're diving into the two biggest things nobody talks about: how past relationships can secretly hold you back, and how the fear of rejection shapes your entire approach to dating. How past relationships secretly hold people back. We all carry emotional residue from our past. Even if you've moved on from an old relationship, it may still be shaping your current mindset without you even realizing it. A painful breakup, betrayal, or even a relationship that simply faded can leave behind trust issues, fear of vulnerability, or hyper-independence. You might convince yourself you're better off alone, not because you truly want to be, but because somewhere deep down, you're still protecting yourself from being hurt again. Some people create invisible rules like, "I'll never date someone like that again," or "Next time, I'm keeping my guard up." These rules might sound like self-protection, but over time, they turn into barriers. They prevent new connections from forming naturally because you're viewing new people through the lens of old pain. It's also common to romanticize the past. If someone once made you feel incredibly loved, it's easy to compare every new person to that memory, and nobody ever measures up. But here's the truth. Healing isn't about forgetting the past. It's about not letting it dictate your future. You don't need to erase your history, but you do need to stop letting it write your next chapter. The silent power of rejection. Fear rejection hurts. Even a small one can linger in your mind for days, and for some, the fear of rejection becomes so powerful that they avoid dating altogether. But here's the twist. Most people don't realize they're avoiding it. It shows up in subtle ways. You say things like, "I'm just too busy," or "I haven't met the right person," or "dating apps are trash." And while some of that may be true, it can also be a cover for a deeper fear. The fear of putting yourself out there, being vulnerable, and then getting rejected is paralyzing. So you protect yourself by not trying. Or you half try, going on a date but keeping it casual, not showing your real self, always having an exit plan. That way, if it doesn't work out, it's easier to say, "I wasn't really into them anyway." But this habit creates a cycle. You never truly open up, so no deep connections form. And because no real connection happens, you confirm your belief that dating doesn't work for you. Rejection is part of the process, not the end of the story. Every love story worth having involves risk. If you want the connection, you have to be willing to face the fear head-on. Choosing singleness as a shield. There's a difference between choosing to be single and hiding in singleness. Many people claim they're fine being alone, and some truly are. But others are using it as a protective wall. It's safer to stay out of the game than risk getting hurt, disappointed, or worse, repeating past patterns. What often goes unnoticed is how people slowly build a life that doesn't leave space for someone else. They fill every hour with work, friends, hobbies, and responsibilities. It's a good life, but it's also a convenient distraction from confronting loneliness or the fear of intimacy. Staying single becomes easier than dealing with the discomfort of dating, uncertainty, and emotional exposure. But eventually, that avoidance catches up. You start to wonder why meaningful connection feels out of reach, when in reality the doors were never fully opened to begin with. Choosing to be single is empowering. Hiding in singleness is just fear in disguise. Healing first, then love. The truth is, staying single isn't a flaw, it's a choice. But when it's driven by pain or fear, it becomes a quiet prison. To move forward, healing has to happen first. That means unpacking past hurt, facing rejection fears, and giving love a fair chance. You deserve a relationship that feels safe, exciting, and mutual. But it starts with you being emotionally ready to receive it. If you've been single longer than expected, maybe it's time to stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What am I afraid of?" Like, comment, and subscribe for more real talk on love, growth, and healing. Because sometimes, the first relationship you need to fix is the one with yourself.